So the first thing that we want to share with you is that there's been much going on for all of you in all your connections with friends, family, um, what's going on in the planet right now, and various situations that can really cause one to be upset. But know that all these situations that are happening actually are happening for your best, for the best of all, for the best of those people, those persons, for the best of the group that you might be a part of. There have been many accidents that have happened in your community over these last couple of weeks, but it's all part of growth. It's all part of moving ahead. And the healing process that we've tried to share with you over these last few channelings is now really becoming to the forefront for you. You have the opportunity to start practicing what it is that we've been discussing with you and what we've been giving you to help you remember inside of yourself that you do have these possibilities, these opportunities to not only serve yourself and heal yourself, but to also assist others in ways even from distances that seem almost impossible. As you know, consciousness, as you know it in the spiritual community, is more instantaneous, spontaneous in its ability to connect. There isn't any, as you have here, time zones that it might take longer to go one place or shorter time to go another place and so on. It's all in the moment. It's all in the present moment. So when we talk about healing, we do wish to talk to you about being in the present, to not be looking at the future. If you look at the future in a healing, you are putting an attachment to an outcome. You are placing something into the future that you wish to happen and hope it will happen. It's, you might say, a little bit of a sneaky type situation for your ego, your program to look at, because it can sneak in there very, very quickly to attach itself to an outcome later, instead of staying in the present moment and feeling what's best for all and letting that be the director. Also, going into the past, you might say that it's never worked before for you, or it doesn't work for this person because they've been mean their whole life. Those type of situations, which brings a lot of judgment into the situation because of past experiences, hinders the healing that's taking place. It doesn't allow you to be present within your heart space. For as you know, that is a central point. It is the place to go. It all begins with the heart. All energies that come from the universe to assist you come through the heart first. You might feel, for instance, that in one of your vortexes, let's say your root chakra, that you are focusing and placing intent onto the root chakra. And so therefore the energy is coming there first. That would be incorrect. The heart is feeling first. To be able to know the energy is coming into the root chakra, you must be able to feel it, which means you must be in your heart space first. It's very quick, obviously, less than seconds that you know of, where the feeling comes in and it just all of a sudden is there in the root chakra, but the feeling comes first, which means the heart space is open first. So to concentrate, you might say, or bring a pure intention to the heart space more and more is really the core, you might say, belief. We don't like using this word belief, but you understand what it is that we're trying to convey, is that core understanding, that core sensation starts with the heart space. The more intent you bring there, the wider scope, if you can see it as an energetic field, the wider scope of the heart space then becomes available. That wider scope of the heart space touches all things. It just doesn't go out around your body. It goes beyond that into universes, not just your universe, but universes. You touch all things because you're connected to all things. And the way to touch all things is, again, through the heart space. So to get back to the healing, what we're asking you to do is become more in touch with the heart space, the feeling of what it is that feels right to you in that moment, in that present moment. It will all be displayed for you through your higher self, through your higher mind. There'll be an envisioning of it, but the feeling comes first. And through the feeling, you will create with the higher mind and the creative center, which is your sacral chakra. Through those three capabilities, the heart, the mind, and the sacral, will create what it is that you feel. You might envision a picture in some way, but be careful not to stay with that picture too long. This is an open door for the ego, which you still have, to come in and start creating a picture and a story around the feeling that you're having, which then brings you into the future, as opposed to just being in the present moment. The more this is available to you, the more you can begin to first heal yourself and then assist others to heal themselves. Now, you've heard of the new earth, you've heard of the old earth. In creating the new earth, what you are doing is assisting in healing the old earth. But you must first become that spiritual alchemist for yourself. You must first recognize for yourself the capabilities that you have within, because then you can then connect with the earth in assisting her in her growth and how she moves up. Your ability as a spiritual alchemist comes from a long time ago. We have discussed this many times, that the first time we came in, we wanted you to remember as best you could where you came from, that you're billions of years old. Your soul has gone through so much. And because of that experience that your soul went through, you now came here to this planet, to this time, to assist in the grandest of all time, a planet shifting into a new consciousness. Consciously doing it. This is the first time it's been a conscious healing of a planet. There was assistance to the other planets, the other places that you had been, that you assisted as well in healing those type situations, but it was more of an outside observer assisting, changing the consciousness, where this time it is a intertwining of all of it together with the planet consciously. The planet is conscious of what you're doing. You're conscious of what the planet is doing. You're conscious of the others that are assisting. It all intertwines together into a unity that is one consciousness. And that consciousness continues to grow. And as we shared with you before, and you've known from your own studies, that the growth is a frequency vibrational change. It grows and becomes more and more and more intertwined in what's going on, and you begin to feel it because you have placed a pure intention of wanting to be a participant. Others who are not quite there are going to have a very difficult time being participants. It's almost like they're along for the ride. And some of them that are along for the ride are not happy to be along for the ride. And there's nothing you can do about that. That's their choice. Just in your own community, the healings that are taking place right now are profound. They are profound. The accidents that have happened, in most cases, would have caused death. And yet somehow, some way, the individuals that were part of some of these things that are going on have chosen to be an earmark. They are allowing themselves to be those souls who get to be healed to show how the healing works. And it doesn't mean that if they were to pass on, that the healing wasn't still taking place. For in some cases, the healing is to help somebody cross over in a more calm, special way, because they're carrying such a low density of energy that too can be healed through emotional body, mental body, physical body, through the cellular structure that you hold within your system. So just because the physical healing didn't take place doesn't mean the healing wasn't really actually going on, because it was a different kind of healing. When Yeshua walked around the planet, he did not heal everyone. He knew that some people had to carry the density that they had within themselves, for that was their journey. It wasn't supposed to be taken away from them, if you want to look at it that way. They weren't ready to dissolve it, give it up. They had to feel the full capacity of what that energy was bringing to them and how it affected the planet, affected the community, affected their family and friends and so on. A full scope of how it feels to be in that density. And so to say, to heal them and erase that low density energy, everybody should just do that. It should just take place. No, because that is not that soul's journey. That would harm them. And it would harm the planet. And it would harm the people around them. And it would harm the community. For them not to fulfill the journey that they were on, that they chose. Now, to take a step back and to understand, this is where agendas seem to come in. This is where some of the New Agers, as you call them that, would come in and try and cause healing to take place because they have some new tools, some new feeling of how to do things and so on, without first being in the heart. You must be in the heart, for the heart gives you the feeling of whether this person, first of all, should be healed in any capacity at all. You connect with them through the heart and can feel for sure whether they are ready to move on to another place, or whether the healing should be taking them deeper into the density that they are, so they really can find the feeling of what that is for themselves. That is a true healing as well. And as Yeshua did, he walked around and felt that with each individual that would come to him, or that he would feel in any community he would go to assist in whatever way that might be. You have the same ability. No less, no more. You are connected to Source, Prime Creator. All things are available to you. If you could see the billions of cells, billions of atoms that are just in your own body, that hold that spark, that connection of benevolence that is yet waiting to be enjoyed. It is still sitting there, waiting to be explored. Why would that be? It's because you've put a membrane around it. You've put a wall around that spark and entertain that wall more than entertaining your truth. Now, that's not a judgment. That's not to say you're a bad person, a bad soul. It's just to understand that is what you have chosen through your free will. You have chosen to not experience the true benevolence that you hold. It's still waiting for you. And we will say it never ends. There isn't this, oh, I found it all. I have released the wall. The membrane is now gone. For there is a never-ending feeling experience of the truth that you hold within yourself, and how that can be expressed and projected out once you express and project it within yourself. It takes a lot of work to release what it is that you've created through the illusions of what you see. As you continue to grow and understand the program, the ego that you've created, as you know and have been taught and read in books and so on, you get to that 51 percentile of being in your heart space, and all of a sudden, the membrane is beginning to be lifted. But there's still 49% to go. That's a lot. So the work continues, but so does the joy. So does the balance. For as each atom out of the billions that you have becomes awakened, it touches the next atom next to it, begins to awaken that atom. And then the two atoms awaken a third and a fourth and a fifth, and off you go. And the process just continues. New things come into your third dimensional life that weren't there before. They were always there. But the sight that you had couldn't see them. The benevolence, the spark that was available within your body and your entire body, which includes your energetic body, could not see because you had a mask put on around it. And now the mask begins to be lifted. And what was there all along? The feelings, the experiences, individuals, opportunities, situations, all of a sudden come to you. Realizations that you never knew were possible, all of a sudden come to you. This is healing. This is part of the healing. A healing is just not a physical situation. Yes, it can be most dramatic when it is. But that is only to show you the abilities that you hold inside, because the feelings that come from the healing are the most important aspect of what is going on. Not only for yourself, but even for the soul that is being healed as well. And for those around them, even in your own community, as you come together and you all pray and send energy to certain individuals to help heal, and you find out, wow, they're on their way. Does it not give you a great feeling inside that they're finding their way back? You are a participant of that. It is a direct relationship to you. And what is the relationship? It's through the heart space. It's touching the cells in your body. You can feel it happening. That is healing as well. So healing is just not physical. It's all consuming in all things, in all situations as well. Can you not turn something around quickly? Way quicker than you ever thought possible before, where you would have been stuck in something for quite a while, maybe months, years, and you walk something through something very difficult, and in the moment it was hard, but all of a sudden you shifted. You all of a sudden have a smile on your face. You all of a sudden see it differently than you saw it before. And it doesn't matter what has to be learned, what has to be defined. It's a knowing inside the heart that brings a smile to your face. This is the new journey, is to be able to shift things quickly. And you could say that's a healing. Because as a spiritual alchemist, you're using energy. You're taking energy and manifesting it from what it was into something to what it is differently. And it doesn't have to say, well, it's moving into a higher frequency, or I'm changing it from low to high, and therefore it is better than it was before. Of course, that is not correct at all. That is a pure judgment on what's going on. It's just to say, in the moment, I can manifest this situation, this accident, this healing, physical, into a different reality, in a different feeling. And you can feel it within your heart. Nowhere else, only there. But it spreads out from there. It moves out into that arena of what you have created as your heart space. The feeling of, the extension of the energetic value of the heart moves out farther and farther and farther till it's out into the universe, into the universes, and this is what you wish to manifest. And everything hears you. So don't be surprised that it actually happens. But it doesn't have to happen, because that would be an attachment to an outcome. You enjoy whatever the result, you might say, is. You become one with that, which stops you from going into the future and just being present with what is. The energy values of everything never die. Ever. They are just shifted. They are just moved into different realities. And you are the maestro. You hold on to the abilities of manifesting whatever it is you wish in the moments that you are present. Now we can speak of black magicians. We can speak of those spiritual alchemists who wish only greed and evil, you might say, on others. And they do exist. In fact, your world in third dimension is loaded with them. We would say to you the underlying principle of that for them is the ability to not be unworthy. Isn't that interesting? Because at one time, that's how you felt. At one time, you felt so unworthy that you gave yourself away to everything. Because they feel unworthy, they need to control. So they use those levels of understandings and energetic processes to bring more power to themselves so they can feel better about themselves. It's not about first finding the beauty and truth of who they are, which then erases the unworthiness principles in whatever way that might be for those individuals. And you're all aware of that as well, because you are doing the work as well. And as long as you're here, it continues. But they've taken it to a higher place. We don't mean higher as levels and so on. They have learned how to use processes to manifest energy. And we would use this word instead of manifest, manipulate energy. Not for the best of all, but for the best of themselves. And they've gotten lost. So there's much work to be done for those souls. There is much that they will have to go through to erase it. But there is true love in all things, which means there's still a spark in those. It's just so covered up, it's hard to find. And through love, through that energetic value and frequency of the highest compassion of the Mother Father, they are taken into other places to continue to work on that. There is no judgment in pushing people away, souls away. It just is free will. It takes more for others to find themselves. And there's always an opening for that opportunity. Some of you are actually practicing this in your life. You are starting to see clearly that those individuals who have harmed you over the years, be it family members, friends, spouses, you are starting to see clearly that they didn't know any better, that they were totally confused within themselves. And we would say to you that usually, in most cases, unless they were very conscious of how they were treating others, you might say, or even themselves, in most cases, they had no clue. And you're beginning to see this. And instead of judging them, you are sending compassion. And by sending compassion, what we are sharing with you is that you just are noticing that for yourself, that you don't have the same judgment of these individuals that you used to have. You feel the difference, which is automatically sending them compassion. You don't have to sit down in a meditation and bring the individuals in front of you and send a compassion somehow to them. It is an automatic response from the heart space when you allow your heart space to be connected to the all. This is a healing as well. You are healing the energetic cords that other holds on you and that you hold on others. Those energetic cords begin to be dissolved. Now, you've heard of some of the processes we're sure of because some of you read about them and you studied them. You've gone to workshops and be told this is how you do this, break up on that cord and cut this cord and so on and so forth. But doesn't it make sense from the heart to let it dissolve naturally in a compassionate way instead of taking a sword and just cutting it off? Yes, that's available to you. But when we're healing, when we're using those abilities that you have within yourself, you're being guided to go deeper, to send that compassion, which automatically dissolves the cord that holds you in control or holds them in control as well. It's a natural healing through the heart with no judgment, no definition. Just the thought of having somebody in front of you without even setting it up through a meditation, just the thought that comes to you from a song that you hear, or maybe even a movie that you would watch that reminds you that you're still holding on to something. That moment, that present moment, provides you an opportunity to finally heal that situation. And how is it done? It's done by sending out energy from the heart to the situation, not caring what it has to look like, not caring what the outcome would be, but just knowing that the only thing that has to take place is the feeling of compassion. That's it. And everything in that cord is rearranged. It is dissolved, for there is no need to hold on to it as the ego, your program, your life strategy would want to do. You are letting go in that instantaneous moment by allowing that feeling to come through your heart and being sent out to whatever is happening in that present for you. So there is no setting it up. Now, one of the other aspects of being a spiritual warrior, a spiritual alchemist, manifesting energy, another very important, you might say, principle of what we're sharing with you is to allow to have things come to you. Not for you to force or to reach out outside of you to make things happen, but to allow it to come to you. And that way it truly is part of the present moment. You're not looking into the past and bringing something forward so that you can manipulate it to change what it is, and so on and so forth. You're allowing it to come to you when the time is right for it to be processed. For in those spontaneous moments is where the beauty lies. The true experiential part of healing lies. Allowing things to come to you, you become a true manifestor. Very difficult for the ego, the program, to accept. For it must be in control. It must have the ability to say what's good and what's bad, what's black and what's white. To allow truly to let things come to you. You don't know what is black and white, because through black and white, there's a feeling, and the feeling comes to you first, and this is how you feel in the moment. There isn't a setup as such. It is more of a discernment is the word that we can use here to help you understand that your higher mind is feeling what's going on. It comes to your heart first, and then the mind is starting to recognize what the feeling might be for you. Allowing things to come to you day by day by day brings you into that special, beautiful place of just allowing and being present, seeing how are you going to be a spiritual alchemist participant. What is the universe showing you? Instead of you telling the universe what it is that you want. There is more of a partnership there. Now imagine how that partnership can grow as you start to surround yourself with other souls who are doing the same thing. You can expand this into such a degree that cities can be manifested that are all based upon loving each other and what's best for all in those moments as they come about. Feeding off each other, participating with each other in a higher way with universal connection. Also can expand to countries, planets, and so on, that all are based in compassion. By allowing it to come to you and seeing what is the best concern for all as I am in this situation. How can I best participate? Which could mean, as you know, any number of thousands of discernments, which can be, I just sit here and watch and take it in, or I become the main leader, or I just become somebody that helps put it together, or I just send out a certain kind of energetic value to the situation. There's thousands and thousands of opportunities that present themselves. And your heart connection will help you to discern what is to be taking place in that moment. Now, this truly is a different way to exist here on this planet, but this is where the planet is going. The planet has already begun to change, and is looking for all of you to wake up, to assist in the change that is taking place. It is difficult because around you, there are the dark ones who wish to continue to control and see it's getting away from them. So they're stepping up their game. And it seems as if they're winning. But there is no winning. And there is no losing. There just is. And you can get hung up in that, in this winning and losing. But as you can look at what's going on and feel it truly in your heart, you can then feel for yourself that there really is no winning and losing in this situation. There just is the experience, and to let it play out as best you can and see what it is that you might do through the heart in these situations that they present themselves to you. And then sit back and watch the miracles take place. Now, they're only miracles because that's what third dimensional scientists might want to call them. But in reality, it's just the energy doing its thing. And it's just the older souls becoming manifestors. And it's just all of you becoming beautiful, wonderful, compassionate, giving, receiving souls in the beautiful play of coming back to the Father, Mother, to the Prime Creator. For you are on your way back. And many of you know this because you are actually connecting with each other in ways that you could never even imagine before. People are coming into your life that you had hoped for such a long time. And it's not to just be in those moments, it's to use those moments to assist yourself to raise your compassion higher and higher, because you take that with you as you go, wherever you go. Whether it's just down to the corner deli, or whether it's to another country, or even another planet, because you can astral travel, you know that. You can bilocate, that is part of your journey of learning. You even take it there with you. But first, you must fully encompass it within yourself, within your own heart space, your energetic body that you hold now, this mask that you've created as your physical body, all of it, the cells, the billions of atoms, everything that makes up what you are now must feel it fully. And yes, this is a lot of work. But boy, how joyful work it can be. Can you be in joy when you go through a hardship? Can you be in sadness when you go through a hardship? But be in joy for the sadness that you're feeling in the hardship. Because there's a knowing within you that says, this is another challenge that is going to assist me, and I don't have to know how. I just be present with it and allow it to take me, openly surrendering to the situations to help take you deeper and deeper into the beauty and the truth of what you hold. This is ascension. This is ascension consciously. Thousands of years ago, you had a great master walk your planet who showed you how to do this. There were other masters before him and before them. You experienced all of these many times, in many ways. This was conscious ascension. It wasn't necessarily a journey and all of a sudden they woke up one day and they were ascending into the realms. They consciously knew their walk. They consciously knew what they carried. They consciously accepted and surrounded themselves in situations that would help them continue to grow. And this is now available to many souls at one time to assist in ways unconscionable before. Allow yourself to accept your mastership. For you hold the crystals within you. You hold the beautiful diamond crystal within your heart space, as Archangel Michael has told you many times. It is waiting to be examined, experienced, used to assist others that come to you. You don't have to go out and find them, as we said. You allow these to come to you. Allowing yourself to be as present as you possibly can with the chaos that is going on all around you. It's hard to assist, it's hard to serve when in chaos you are not balanced. Find your balance, find your truth, and you'll start noticing how much easier it gets. It doesn't solve the chaos, for the chaos will continue around you. But it allows you to steady the storm so you can see clearly. Clarity allows the heart to be open. The heart that feels, then discerns, goes to the higher mind, goes to the creative source and the sacral, and the three become one. And all of a sudden, you have direction through the intuitive guide that you hold within yourself and the support that you can now feel all around you from us and others in the higher frequencies where we wish to serve. We want you to find your way so we can assist you. And some of you have felt all along that you want to get to where we're at. We want you to feel the energy of where we're at the place you're at now. Because that is the shift. We're here to serve you. We're here to support you. And we are honored to do so. If you are in the present moment, you will feel us. And you will know that we judge nothing of what you have done, even yesterday. Everything is erased when you are in your truth. Nothing is judged, nothing is held onto. It is all a direct spiritual, you might say, connection of all things unified. There can be no judgment if that is to take place. We are here to serve you. We honor you. All we ask is for you to go deeper into your heart, to give yourself a chance. Be more in the present moment, no matter if you're at your job or whether you're on vacation, whether you're with another having dinner, whether you're taking a walk, holding hands with somebody, looking in somebody's eyes, somebody that has harmed you deeply. Can you look in their eyes and see us? Learn compassion. Feel compassion. Become compassion. And all will come to you. Now, before we leave, we will take questions. Tomei will lead you in a very, very short meditation after this is over. So are there any questions that anybody has brought with them today?
This channeling spoke to me personally and directly from the very beginning to the final words. And my three-dimensional self regrets that the transmission was interrupted many times for almost a minute. And I missed a lot of the words. And I don't know if the recording will have them, whether it's a recording from your end or a recording based on our end, but this was extremely, extremely relevant, touching, profound for me. Thank you.
We will end this now for Tomei to do the meditation with you, but we will also share with you that if any questions arise for you that you wish to share with Tomei at some point, he is always speaking with our energy, and you will get the answer energetically through the words that come back to you. So know that is also available to you anytime you wish to know something within yourself. Hey. Everybody fall asleep?
Nope.
guys want to meditate?
Yes.
Go
Sure.
for it. I'm going to give some people a couple minutes here to go to the bathroom. While they're doing that, hey, Brandon,
Yeah,
how was, Bill was saying he had some breakage or something in the recording? Do you?
yeah, I put it in the chat. I think it was just on his end. I didn't have any breakage, so to
Okay,
answer
cool.
the question, it will be in the video. And do you want me to keep recording going through this meditation?
Yes, that'd be great. People might want to have to go back to it. It's this very simple one, actually, we're going to do, but if they want to go through it a couple times so we can get it down, yeah, probably be a good idea.
From the very beginning, the power of this, the authenticity of your voice was incredible.
Felt pretty strong when I was doing it, yeah.
Absolutely, this was absolutely the strongest,
Hmm.
best, most free-flowing, powerful of the four.
I'll let them know. Just kidding.
They're getting better. They're getting better.
They're getting better at it. I guess they must be practicing up there really well.
That's right.
No, that was pretty strong. Yeah. This last one before this seemed softer. Best word I can come up with. And this one seemed a little bit stronger. Yeah.
Your voice and the energy of it and the coherence of the presentation and the power of the presentation itself, the content
Mhm.
was far and away the strongest.
Yeah. Cool. I can't see everybody, but maybe Brandon, you can. Everybody back? We do the meditation.
Yeah, as far as I can tell on Zoom, we're good to go.
Okay. All right. So obviously just get comfortable as best you can. And let's begin with just a couple of really nice, soft breaths. Allow yourself to really feel the inhale. Allow the exhale. Inhale, feeling the air, the energy, the particles going all the way into your body, as deep as possible. Then feel all the releases from the energy from the body as you exhale. Feel it all just leave. Allow yourself to take 5 really nice deep breaths that way. Inhaling deep. Softly exhaling as deep. Now, as you inhale and then exhale, stay with the pause after the exhale before you inhale again. Inhaling in, exhaling, now pause. Feel the present moment. Inhale, exhale. Longer pause. Inhale, exhale, longer pause. Be present, feel and sense other things going on around you. You can hear the wind. Can you feel the wind? Inhale, exhale, pause. Feel the blood rushing through your body. Feel the sensations of your heart. Feel your aliveness. Inhale, exhale, pause. Feel the tingling of your cells. Feel their excitement. The atoms, the benevolence. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. Send the excitement out from your heart, all around you. Feel, continue to flow through you. It never ends. Inhale, exhale, pause. Continue to send it farther and farther away into nature, to the planet, to others. Inhale, exhale, pause. Feel it coming back to you. Feel it touching you, enhancing your ability to feel and to sense. Receiving. Inhale, Exhale. Pause. Project it out. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. And now receive it. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. And now project it. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. And now receive it. Continue this for another few minutes on your own. Slowly begin to work your way back. Inhaling deep. Exhaling, feeling your body a little bit more. Inhaling once again, feeling yourself physically. Exhaling, maybe moving a few body parts to come back. Continue the process of coming back little by little, breathing a little deeper, exhaling a little deeper, feeling your body. Coming back, begin to open up your eyes slowly, softly. Welcome yourself back here. Give yourself a really big hug. Buddy back.
Back. Yes.
Yay,
Yes,
yay,
thank you.
thank you. So I would say keep recording this, Brandon, just in case there's a question that might come up. Anybody have any questions they want to share?
Tomei, I have been getting message after message after message for the last month or two about my life going through another level of transformation, my career, my work, my everything shifting. And it's feeling more and more and more real. I'm being drawn more and more.
I didn't mean to do that to you, Bill. It's like my little doggy over here is farting.
Oh,
It's pretty bad. Go ahead, sorry.
no, and I just wondered if you have any messages from your friends and or from yourself personally about that. Anything you sense?
The thing that's coming to me is something they were talking about. And maybe they're just reiterating this once again, is to let everything come to you. So not trying to not force anything, just let it show up and use your discernment, your intuition to let yourself feel what is the right way to participate maybe in this moment. To try and keep the head out of the way and to be more in the heart space with it. So that's kind of what came.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. You guys can ask something too, if you like. Okay.
Incredible.
Anyone else?
Tomei, I guess I have a question. I'm not really sure how to phrase it. In the channeling, it was mentioned about being around others and having compassion for them in that they're unknowing, like, compassion for them not knowing any better. And I feel that when I'm with others, and this channeling really resonated with me right from the beginning, just because I've been frustrated with some people in my life and their behavior. And even though I feel that compassion for their unknowing, I wonder if there's something about just being around them, though, that I feel brings me down, and not down. And this is where I'm getting stuck on how to phrase this, because the levels and the things, and I don't like using those words. But it feels like dense energy to me, and it's hard to be in that energy. And so I'm wondering, like, is there a way to have that compassion and be, I'm not sure, like, I guess I'm battling of like, do I need to disconnect from these people and find a tribe, find a community that I resonate with, and or do I need to have more compassion?
Yeah. No, I think I understand. Hopefully, what you'll get is what I'm feeling anyway, is that, we're all not perfect. None of us are perfect. None of us are going to be, 100% of our mastership. And so that being said, there's only so much we can handle, and so you have to know that limit for yourself. And it's not to say we're limited. It's just to say, as you walk right now, and because you're going to change and you're going to grow and so on. But right now, as you walk into some specific kind of chaos, it's going to be overwhelming for you. And so you must take care of yourself. It's not about healing everybody and saving everybody and all that sort of thing. It's about taking care of ourselves first, kind of being the light as we walk, to try and assist in any way we can when the moment presents itself, but to also recognize that there's only so much that you can handle, and it's to regroup. It's like you walk away from this. I totally get what you're saying, that you can walk into a situation that's so dense, and then you somehow latch onto that denseness as you walk away, and you're like now depressed, or you feel bad, or you're like, God, I judge that person, or so on. And you kind of dive bomb into this well of blackness, which is not a lot of fun. But then it's to understand that you are doing that. You can feel it, to not judge yourself, and then just take some time for yourself to regroup and to clear that out, become stronger, know that that level of denseness was there to teach you as well, that you can manifest something different, you can change it, help yourself, and then walk back out in the world again and be your master that you are. And you just keep going that way. And I would suggest to you that those that feel your light, that those that feel your beauty and your spark, will be attracted to you. They just will. And you will find that you will have a community that you didn't even know existed before, because they were always out there. It's just that as you kept growing, now your light kind of shone a little bit brighter, and it's shown to them, and they were able to then see you as well. And all of a sudden you're being drawn to those people, and you're still going to walk into a denseness. You're still going to walk. This world is filled with it. I don't care where you go. You're going to be
Yeah.
filled with some kind of denseness somewhere, and something you probably haven't experienced yet. And sometimes it will be something you experience, so you can be more calm in that kind of denseness than before. But the journey is to continue to deepen our own journey, and then to project it out to serve. That's basically the way it works. And you have free will. So because of that, you created your own journey. And so as you keep walking, you walk, know without question, and trust that the universe has got your back. You have chosen to walk a journey that very few have chosen to walk. And so that means you're going to go through some stuff. There's going to be lots of challenges and things that you're going to have to face, but they're all there to assist. And they're there to help you walk through that. And all you got to do is call on them. That's all you got to do. So, keep doing the work that you're doing. Know that it is going to be tough. It's not going to be easy, but you will get through it. And every opportunity for that denseness is going to present itself, and you'll walk forward. You really will. Hopefully that helped.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. It's very, very helpful. Yes.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Okay, well, thank you, guys. It's great. Appreciate it. Thanks for participating.
Thank you. This has been incredible. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you. Thanks so
Thank
much.
You guys have a great night, great day, rest of the day.
Okay,
Thank you so
And,
much. You
We'll
too.
probably do it again in about a month. We'll see you guys later.
all righty.
See
Bye-bye.
ya.
Great.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.